Okay, well, I will just make a regular video. I had plans to go live. I haven't gone live in a really, really long time. Kind of a mess this morning. I'm still really tired. I've been sleeping a lot. Oh, back to the Facebook thing. Um, it was really weird because a couple weeks ago I got a message saying that I basically was in Facebook jail because of something that I posted back in 2018. I actually was in Facebook jail for like 3 days for, which, you know, how you, like, it hasn't been posted since, it's done and over with. Um, but anyway, it says that I can't go live, I can't advertise, which is really weird because I've been in Facebook jail before. I can post, though. I can post a message. I've been in Facebook jail for a week where I couldn't do any of those things, so I know what it is. When you speak outwardly about certain things, they shut you down. They don't want you to have a platform, and I hate censorship, but it is what it is. I don't want to say too much about it in this video, or I won't be able to say anything else. It's a terrible feeling, too, to not be able to have freedom of speech. It's just really terrible. But that's, really not what I was going to make the video for. It is a beautiful day. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. Yesterday it was gorgeous. It got up to like 70. I actually made myself get out. I've been so tired. I've been sleeping a lot, so I'm, really torn between, is this depression, or am I just exhausted? Am I just wiped out? Am I drained? What is going on? I've always been this high energy person where I can just do anything, I just feel like Superwoman most of the time. I usually very, very active. And for me not to have any energy is really hard for me. And I'm sure that, this pandemic hasn't helped because, I've spent a lot of time at home in my pajamas, which I love. I love being home. I'm a homebody. Nobody sees me really out anywhere at the clubs, or not taken away from, people who do. But, really just been very isolated. I haven't really talked to a lot of people. I've just been really focused on, my studies, and, I have different things that I'm studying, and, researching my spiritual ascension also. Getting, my spiritual guidance, things that'll help me, on my journey. I really feel like, a lot of it is spiritual in nature because I have done so much work. I have ascended so much. These level ups have been, a lot. They've taken a lot out of me. I've really been working on myself. I've been in trauma therapy, individual and group therapy every week. I've been doing this for, since October. Um, my therapist was like, it's really no wonder that you're tired. You've done a lot of work. I've done a lot of shadow work. I'm really getting to know myself on a very deep level. Um, and it is very draining. And shadow work is very hard. I've come to realize that, I am a perfectionist. I go hard with everything and anything that I do. I'm very hard on myself, very judgmental of myself. Even now, I'm like, Tracy, what is wrong with you? Why can't you get it together? You got things you need to do. We need to go, go, go. So, for me to learn to be still and to practice being, rather than just doing all the time, is something that is foreign to me, as this go-getter. I've had to learn to, attract instead of chasing things. And so just in, learning not to go so hard, for me, it's just, I'm just not used to it. And so I'm at this place of loss where I'm like, who am I? What, like, I'm not, this physical being that pushes herself and that judges herself and does not accept herself. Um, and so it's almost like, an identity crisis too, of learning to do things differently, learning to be someone, who is more easygoing. This has been really challenging. And the thing that I've learned, because I'm actually doing this perfectionism program, um, that is teaching me not to be this way, that it's all right to not be perfect. I am enough as I am. I'm going to make mistakes, and it's all right. And so this has been kind of uncomfortable because, like I said, it's not in my element at all. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my physical makeup. But, as I've been working really hard on my health, this is something that kind of had to go. It had to, because it's not good to push yourself so hard all the time. So I have been, sleeping a lot more. Like I said, I've not had the energy that I did. And, for myself, I've really judged that. I'm like, is this depression, or is this change I'm going through? Um, and, a friend of mine that I had met on MeWe did my birth chart. It was very extensive. I mean, it was me. She gave me all these details about myself, and I was just like, wow. And I had reached out to her and I'd asked her, I was like, am I supposed to change these things? And, like these, negative traits, am I supposed to change these? She said, no, you're supposed to stand firm in them, because this is who you are. And, these planetary energies do not lie. So my thing was, and I've always said, I'm the type person, I can thrive in any type of environment. You can put me in the most toxic environment and I am going to come out, like victorious, because anything that's thrown at me, I'm going to take it and I'm going to build something with it. I'm going to improve. If you show me something about myself, I am going to make it better. And this is what I do. And, so I've been kind of, getting into a place where I've been like, because there's been things I haven't been able to change. Certain aspects of my personality that drive me nuts, that I've been like, man, I can't deal with that anymore. I need to change it. I need to fix it, and I haven't been able to, because it is innately me. That is who I am. So, basically just learning to um, accept that, and more or less just work on how I react to situations, instead of trying to change, because the only thing you can do is manage yourself, manage your reactions, manage your thoughts, your emotions. And so, this level of consciousness that I have to really work on those things has been really draining, because I have done so much work. And like my therapist said, you cannot turn over like 51 years of, doing things a certain way all in like a week, because, you give me a challenge. I mean, I'm in it to win it. I'm going to conquer it. So, just learning to be, more laid back, kind of go with the flow and accept things, accept myself, because self-acceptance is self-love. It's a fine line between, self-improvement and self-acceptance, especially of, things about yourself that they're you. That is, you. And so, basically I've been learning who I am and who I'm not. Something comes at me, I'm like, okay, this does not resonate. This is not me. This does resonate. This is me. And much of spiritual ascension is just that. It is, this identity crisis of waking up to the fact that you are not your experiences. You are not your conditioned behavior. So many times we take on other people, other people's energy, other people's ideals, other people's thoughts and beliefs. And, you really have to clear that out, and you have to discern between, what is you and what isn't. Um, so there's that, and, um, just kind of being gentle with myself that, maybe as a part of, this awakening process, I am not going to be this type A, go, 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 got to get it done. Maybe instead of being able to get 15 things, 20 things done a day like I used to, maybe I can only do 2. Maybe the rest of the time is downtime and relaxing. And, it's hard because I've got all these things I want to learn, all these things I want to read, and, I'm getting maybe, a fraction of that done. For myself, I try to make the most of every day, and to like sleep it away is really hard on me because I've done a lot of sleeping. And, I've also had to tell myself too that, the past few years, several years have been kind of hard on me. I went through a whole divorce 3 years ago. I basically lost my family, my children. Um, I lost my job. I had, the legal problems that I've had that, I'm still, towards the tail end of that. I'm almost finished with it. It's just, it's been a lot of changes. I don't do well with change, so I've had to tell myself, a lot of things have happened, a lot of things that I've dealt with, and I'm a very strong person. I'm stronger than I know. Like, I'll talk to people and they'll be like, "Wow, you went through all that?" I'm like, "Yeah." For those of you that read my blog and I do share a few things, people are like, "Wow, you really you've been through a lot." But I'm stronger than I realize because I know I've been through things that would have broken a lot of people. Um, so I'm still kind of trying to sort everything out and really find the right path for me. I'm really at a crossroads right now. I've wasted, and I don't want to say wasted because nothing is wasted. Mistakes are not wasted. People we spend time with, who we have been involved with, that is not a waste. Those are all learning experiences. They help us to learn, expand, and grow. And so it's never a waste, and everything is divinely guided, and everything happens just like it's supposed to. But, for myself, I really want to have a quality of life, the highest quality of life. And I don't want to spend any more time doing anything that absolutely does not make my heart sing. You know, I I'm determined. Everyone knows, that I've been working really hard to break ancestral patterns and so-called curses that I have in my family involving health. The women in my family, none of them lived to see 70. None of them. A lot of health issues. And so that's really what I'm working to do, is to break that curse and that pattern and, have a long, productive, happy life. And so, I've really been working on my health, um, really working on things. And, I guess this in itself would make me tired, because I kind of burnt myself out a little bit. But, I'm kind of getting my momentum back, getting, my energy back, getting my strength back. I do have, some situations that are kind of draining me right now. Like I said, I'm at a crossroads trying to determine what is the best way to go. And I'm actually more fearful right now of not spending the next 20, 25, 30 years or whatever living my best life than I am, of, being alone or, not having someone with me. Um, and choices and decisions are really hard for me too. I don't do well with it. Sometimes I just wish someone else would come in and just make the decision for me, just decide for me. I know when I had that damn DirecTV for like a month, I had to get rid of it. It was too many choices. I could never fucking decide what to watch on TV. I ended up sitting here for like a couple hours watching the Home Shopping Network. I was like, I can't do it. I mean, I can't have that many choices. You know, you have to give me like one or two, maybe three. So, you know, right now, like I said, that's really just where I am at. You know, and my thing is, I'd kind of gone back and forth with sharing, you know, this morning, kind of what I've been going through, you know, with the depression or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Of just feeling zapped energetically. And it's alarming me because it's not very often I can't make myself do things. I can't make myself get up and move, and so, you know, it's terrified me, you know, and I feel like my superpowers are gone. So I was like, well, do I share or do I not share? Because I really don't like to be seen as weak. Um, but I told myself, you know what? If this is something that I can share that might help someone else, and not just that, but you know, I am a healer by nature. It's one of my spiritual gifts, the gift of healing. If this is something I can share with someone else and it would help them, or you could even see my journey and see how, you know, I kind of am able to transcend this situation. Um, it will help somebody. And not just that, but yesterday I reached out to some people that I really care about that I haven't talked to for a while, you know, to kind of share, you know, look, you know, I'm sorry I've kind of been absent, but I've been going through some things, and I'm working on them, and I might need some support. It's really hard for me to ask for help. I might need some support, and so I just need to share with you, you know, that this is something that I've really been struggling with. So, you know, last month I didn't even make videos last month, and you know, I make them every month like clockwork. I do all 12 videos. I do this because this is part of my mission to share with people, to help uplift humanity. And I had to just focus on helping myself. I couldn't do it. You know, I've had a few people I've had to kind of put off for products for about a week. Be like, look, I'm working on it. It's just I'm moving kind of slowly right now. I'm trying to get restocked because last month I literally stayed in the bed in my pajamas the whole month. I didn't do anything, nothing. I went to the gym maybe a handful of times. I was going every day swimming, and swimming really does help me. I've had to like force myself to go back. I've been like, this, you need this. This is what you have to do. And so I've done really good. I've been, you know, kind of going. I haven't been going every day, but every other day, which is an improvement. Um, you know, getting back, you know, to meditating. I'm awake. I'm upright. Have my eyes open. Um, So, you know, like I said, I just wanted to share that. I had plans on going live this morning, but, you know, that didn't happen. So, anyway, this is my story.